Hey guys, this is Becca. First, of course, I just need to say thank you so much for everybody that took time to give me some ideas and give me words of encouragement and relate to what I was saying in my last video. I was so stressed the day before I posted it. I was just like, people aren't gonna understand what I'm talking about. They're not gonna relate at all. And I was just really, really touched by how much you guys cared and how many nice things you said and just so many good ideas about how to kind of get moving in a more creative direction. So thank you so much. Someday I will put together, I don't know, a website or something that has everybody's ideas, because it was really diverse and so many thoughtful things people shared. So thank you, 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 a million times. So there were so many good ideas. I actually didn't know which one to take to start with. I was like, wow, these all seem like really great ideas. So basically last week, or I guess 10 days, however many days it was, I just started trying things out basically. So I tried to get out of my house every day and just tried something that somebody suggested. And I'll just kind of go through the sketchbook at the end, but I was just carrying around a sketchbook, which if you are an artist, I'm sure you know sketchbooks can be like this very scary thing, because we're so used to seeing these beautiful sketchbooks and they're so professional and amazing, that doing your own sketchbook can sometimes seem a little overwhelming. But I just went for it because I had to start somewhere. So I'll give all the details about that at the end, but that's what I did. I just sort of tried a bunch of different stuff and was just trying things out to see where things led. One thing I am going to do that a bunch of people suggested was I am going to do Inktober, which I had never tried before because I thought it was like for super professionals and like, I don't know, everyone seemed so good whenever they did it. So I felt, when I'm following all these professional illustrators, so it seemed really out of my league, I guess. But I'm going to try it this year. And I just saw all the prompts and everything. My only experience with inking is with Drawbox. So it's more just like drawing with a ink or a fine tip marker. I haven't really done anything that involves shading with that. So we'll see how that goes, but I think it's a really good idea. Thanks for sharing that, to just sort of like start getting moving on something. So it's, it's not like I'm ready to create my masterwork or anything, but I am moving in the right direction, and that feels a lot better. Like just starting to do something felt so much better than I felt last week, because at least I was moving somewhere. So that's what I've been doing. By the way, I'm getting over a cold, so if I seem kind of like low energy or I don't know, sound like a frog, that's why. So I'm just getting over that right now. Yeah, so I think that's everything. I said thank you a million times, but I'll just say it one more time. Thank you, everybody. It was just really, really nice to hear from everybody last week. And I will try to keep making my videos helpful for you, because obviously I get a lot out of posting them myself. So if anybody has anything you want me to talk about or do, or you have any questions or whatever, please let me know, and I will do my best to answer everybody's questions and respond to requests and that sort of thing. So on to the sketchbook. Okay, I hope this works. So this is a sketchbook that I just started reusing. I'd done a couple pages in it, but as per usual, after doing those, this was in the past, I got really stressed out and was having sketchbook anxiety, which I'm sure a lot of you can relate to. But I reopened it and started anew with it. So it's just a cheap sketchbook. I think I got it from Michael's. So this was one of the pages that I had in here before. As you can see, it's just very fussy. I wanted everything to look polished and professional. And when I messed up, it made me upset. So I ended up just not using my sketchbook, which obviously defeats the purpose. Here's another example, just very dainty, kind of finished looking things, which I think was probably a big deterrent for me in using my sketchbook in the past. Okay, enter phase 2 of my new sketchbook journey. I started out with working on some thumbnails for a potential larger project based on an album that I really like. So these are just thumbnail, they're layout concepts for various songs. I did a couple pages of those. I'm not sure it's going to turn into anything, but if it does, I will tell you more about it. But it's just something I had always sort of thought about doing, but always felt like a little overwhelmed about getting started on. So here's one of the studies that I liked, and I just did a little bit more of a detailed version of it. Some other character type studies on this side, and I don't even know, some stuff down there. And then here's another, I don't know if you can see this, but a little study to go inside this larger image. So yeah, just kind of went for it. These are some studies from some illustrations that I found on Instagram that I liked. Some stuff. All right, this was the first time that I tried using a prompt generator, and the words, it was a character selection, and it was blind elder, which I have no idea if that actually is something, but I just went with it and did kind of whatever popped into my head. So this is something I'm very uncomfortable with. I feel like I really want to immediately go use a photo reference, but instead I just kind of went with whatever I thought of. This one's from a reference. One day last week I went out in a little plaza that's near my house and drew from life. Well, I guess it's a statue, so technically not alive, but you know, drew out in the wild, which was fun. Next day I went to the International Wildlife Museum in Tucson, which I've never even been to, and it's amazing. It's full of taxidermied animals. They probably have, I don't know, like at least 1,000 animals in there. So I went in there one day and drew from those. Just, again, I'm just trying to do a lot of different stuff here and see kind of what gets me excited and interested in drawing more. So this was a fun day. As you can see, these are really kind of draw boxy looking. So that was a more comfortable day. Next day I went to a coffee shop and I tried to do a comic, which I had never done before. Immediately got very deterred by that, so I went on and did some gesture drawings from dancers, which is more my comfort zone. But I did give this a shot. I might come back to that idea. I just have absolutely no experience with comics, and I got very overwhelmed very quickly. Went to the park, drew some rocks, some plants. This is another page of ideas about some illustrations for that project that I discussed at the beginning for this album. They're all these kind of like cocktail jars of different natural element type things. This was really fun. Here's some fish drawings for a plaque. These are more kind of graphic, so less gradients and everything, more just black and white look. That's the plaque, and here's some ideas. And this was another, oh, it's upside down. This was another prompt one. The prompt, this is so strange. The prompt was redheaded woman swimming in a pond of shimmering koi. So I was like, wow, you guys digging deep for these ideas. I guess if people are using them a lot, they have to come up with a lot of stuff. But it was really fun actually, and I just kind of drew this out of my head, which I never do because it scares me. So this was kind of exciting, and I thought it turned out pretty cute, and I liked the idea. So yeah, so that's all the stuff I did this week. Prompt drawings, thumbnails for concepts, drawing from life, drawing animals, so much stuff. And it was really exciting. I definitely feel much more interested in drawing now, so that's a good feeling. Sorry, I feel like I sound very low energy because I'm sick, but I promise I'm enjoying this. All right, thanks for checking it out.